Hi, today I'm gonna show you in small steps how to quickly and fastly and easily, of course, start to work with APDesk. At, as the first steps, you should go to the settings and go module by module to set it up. The first one, as you see, is it master data. Master data, this is the main data of your company, which should be filled to the system. And below of this screen you should also add a logotype. This logotype will be used in all documents which will be generated, and please remember about uploading the logotype with a size which we suggest. In few weeks we will also add here a new functionality like invoices, and here you will have an option of adding additional bank account numbers. Next thing to implement is users. When you want to add a user, you are just clicking at the profile and adding the main data of the user, deciding about notifications which could be sent from the system to this user. So email notifications about this task, about the email messages, the copy of email messages, and also email notifications about alerts from the trademarks which are being watched. Next step below, you have the part of user and his status in the system, so you can decide what kind of access and permissions this user could have. If a user should be if you decide that user should be an administrator, then you just click this option. You don't have to think about this one. Please note that this user each user is not authorized to delay data into the system like clients, cases, so this main data. Only the administrator is authorized to do it. So you should remember that if someone add a case which should be deleted, then he has to ask to send this ask to administrator. Below you have an option of transfer cases and tasks. It works like this, that if you want to assign to another person a lot of cases, then you are going to the person from which you want to assign this case to another one, and now you are choosing this person for whom you would like to assign the task and the cases, of course, and just clicking, or maybe searching like Rebiti. Yes, you see, and we could add the cases, and here we can save and download the list, and now this person could receive the PDF file with a list of the cases and the tasks. Next module which should be set up is email. We implement information from you about your email box, so actually you don't need to change anything. Only thing you could change is of course password. Here you see the system notifications. This is another email box which is given by us. This is our email box, but this email is used only for email notifications which are sent to you, and this is also a second solution if something is wrong with the email. So if something collapses here, then we are able to inform you about some activities, some tasks which are generated from the system using this email box. So we suggest not to change anything here. Next step is signatures. Signatures allows you to prepare your own references regarding to cases, letters, and in few weeks also invoices. The idea of creation of signatures is the same. So you can add a reference, decide the case of the type, So you can, for example, choose the trademarks, and then you can decide if you want to do the reference number for all trademarks as a one. You don't have to choose anything, but if you want to divide these references, you are choosing the version and creating the pattern. The pattern you could create using our tags as an example here, and also you're adding the initial number. This number allows you to start using the system not from the 1st January, but for example of May, March, October. It's up to you, of course, but you are not starting with the position 1, but for example it's 57, yes, because the 56 previous cases you added manually and generated this reference number in documents. And of course number resetting, how often this number should be reset. Next thing of the settings is a source of leads and case types. This is similar functionality, so you are adding the sources of leads. This option is regarded when you are adding the lead to the system to choose what kind of source is connected with this lead. The next thing, as I said, this is case types. So this is also a list which you are adding, so you can decide what kind of types of other cases in the system you would like to have. So a copyright, domains, something appeals or something in court. So it's up to you, of course, what kind of cases you have in the system, and this helps you with managing this. Next thing in the system, which is important, is additional fields. Additional fields gives you a possibility to adding fields which are not prepared and offered the system. If you want to add a field, you can also decide about case type, so only for trademarks in European Union, etc. So you can decide what kind of case you are adding, and also a type of the data. So it could be a text of version yes, no, or maybe date. So it's up to you. And here you have an example when I have some domestic type of the trademark, and here you have additional data when this additional field was added, and I can choose the date. So this part is connected with your decision and also your needs. The last option, the last two options is a desktop. Desktop gives you possibility for adding small statistics on the home page of the system, and also GDPR. This option allows you for preparing your anonymization policy, so you can decide how many months after adding the client or lead to the archive should be deleted with all data. Another settings I will, especially deadlines, I will explain in the next part of this training course. Thank you at this moment.